Yeah, what's up, kings and queens? We're back again. And as usual, we're into the Mayor case to check what's going on. But before we do that, what we're going to do today is we're going to lay down about maybe 10, 11 reasons why. These are compelling reasons why Ratha should dismiss this case and just bring in 375. Right. What we're going to start with is we all know that the gun is disputed. All the witnesses that have came to testify on behalf of the state, meaning like the people who were in the house, they all testified that this gun was a 38, it had wheels. Now, the investigating officer and the prosecutor decided to change it to a 9mm. Hence, I don't believe Mr. Colonel Mangena coming to testify on the ballistic evidence. I don't think it makes sense because it coincides, it clashes with what the witnesses from the house were saying. Now, the second one is the DNA of the head that was claimed to be of the intruders excludes all of the intruders. And Ratha was trying to force the DNA expert to say inconclusive, right? You remember that. Now let's go to the third one. The third one is the facial descriptions given by the people who were in the house during the time of the incidents. The incident, right? These people described some things like gold teeth on accused number 1, accused number 2. There was threats on accused number 3, in fact number 2, or 1, whichever one they chose. And as a result, Mukhane or Mukhola, whoever took Ntanzi to the dentist even came to testify. He told us Ntanzi never had a gold tooth. So that excludes him as well. So you could ask yourself, what was people in the house, meaning Tumbelo Madlala, Mtozile, Mtozizi, Twala, and Zandile Kumar, the people who came to testify, what were they seeing when they were pointing the accused from the dock? Now, the fourth one is the dentist excluding Ntanzi from having a gold tooth before. The fifth one, the cell phone data that we have been subjected to for almost 3 to 4 months. It totally places the accused far away from the scene during the time of the incident. Hence, we have now the application by the state trying to call in Stein to come back and explain this mess. The mess that he made when he fabricated the connection between Kelly and accused number 5. Now, number 6, the state rely on this hearsay, like evidence that was given by Zungu, and who himself he admitted to some improprieties, in fact, malfeasance in his conduct, passing the gun to a well-known Nkabi as he claims that he knew that those people were Nkabis and he was drinking with them. Even he knew about some of the murders that they were committed or shootings that they had committed, but he hadn't reported that. But he decided to to lie about this and report about this nonsense that he was putting across as his evidence. And Gininda, whoever, took it and ran with it. Now, number 7, right? The cell phone data appears to have been doctored by Stein because it shows that Stein's evidence clashes with that of Pinky Vitellingham. Now, number 8, the link created by the state to name Kelly the mastermind was a flop from the start because they initiated this trap but failed to capture or arrest the mastermind because they knew that she could easily get a lawyer and that lawyer will help her to drop this charge. So hence, they didn't act on their supposed warrant of arrest, which was not signed, apparently. Now, the 9th part is the lying cops on the stand. From Mohane to, even the witnesses. Let's start with the cops. Mohane firstly denied that he was at engine garage, right? When it was found out that he was there through the AVL, he came with an argument that no, he had a breakdown. And then the lying witnesses. Do you remember when Zandi Kumalo said, I don't know if it's her or if it's Tumelo who hit the suspect with the crash, which Tumelo doesn't remember. You remember that? Right. Now, after all those things, all those contradictions and, clashing evidence, fabrications, and all that, are you telling me that Ratha still wants to hear the evidence of the gun and he still wants to allow the state to call Stein back? What is Stein coming to explain? What is he coming to explain? I just want to know that because he has already laid his evidence before us and he saw on the Bible, placed his right hand on the Bible, and he said, no, I swear. So we have to take that and then run with it until the argument. And then the state can explain during their arguments, how Stein came about that. Stein can explain to him. The state can explain to Baloy or Sibanda and tell him, no, this is how I came up with the link, and then the problem was this and this. And then Baloy can come through and tell us what Stein is saying. Besides that, are you telling me that now they're denying that they know this when Pinky made them aware of this discrepancy? She made them aware that there's a problem with that data from Stein when it's compared to her before they even came. Besides her showing them the discrepancies, are you telling me that they themselves did not go through the data to show you that the state knew about this? Their whole case depends on this, because let me show you why they were serious about this case and then this type of evidence, the cell phone record. They were wishing to follow this and create their fake link to Kelly Kumano, because that thing is there in the investigating officer's statement, right? He's saying, he's even canceling what the people in the house were saying the event was. They said the event was a robbery gone wrong, right? What did he say it was? He said, no, it was not that purported robbery. It was not. What it was a mastermind that hit, and then a mastermind being Kelly Kumar. That's what he said. Based on what? The link that they created with Stain. Right. Let me just go now to today's proceedings, right? Let's see what was going on in today's proceedings. Right now, at this point, Ratha has become very predictable, right? You can tell what type of decision is he planning to take on the arguments being made in court. I already know, he's going to allow the state to call Stains. So Stain is going to come back and the state is going to be allowed to do some house cleaning. Now, are you telling me that are you telling me that Baloyi is pretending that as if Stain has to answer for what he calls breathtaking or serious allegations when you all know who are the people to be playing for the fabrication of this evidence? We know who has to be playing. We know it's Baloyi. We know it's Kininda. These are the people who were steadfast on the mastermind theory, like Kelly Kumalo is the mastermind. They were steadfast on that. So no matter how many cases Baloyi cites, when he's trying to label this as a mistake by state, this is one of the things that they're going to try to run to. They are going to try to blame this as a mistake. And already Ratha has spoken about the ARMA system, what. We don't know how Stain converts data from PDF to Excel, what process it does. It's simple. If you take data and if you take like a PDF and you tell it, a computer tell it, convert this document from PDF to Excel, it will do that. And then the input of the person will be to change those numbers individually. Believable, unbelievable. It's very unbelievable. Imagine he changed that number from the number of Atama Fukate, who was calling Kelly, and then he decided not to give that number to accused number 5. It's accused number 5 now who was calling this lady, Kelly Kumar. So you understand how these things work. It's just a fabrication that was made by Stain, trying to solidify that link that they were creating, him and Gininda, between accused number 5 and Kelly Kumar. Yeah, you know, I decreased the volume because the dogs are bugging too much outside. But I'll just turn it up a little bit again. I think they stopped. Now, let's continue about what happened today. Judge Ratha. He was like strictly on the floor today. He was witnessing, he was helping Stain before he even comes. He was helping Baloyi. Right. Now, one thing that stood out for me, Ratha decided to force Ngalo and Shololo to place the arguments rebutting the application of Baloyi to recall Stain. Like he had to force them. He had to press matters. Say, no, you have to do it now. Imagine you are getting this data just an hour before. And then you have to come and present on that data. At the same time, you're expected to make a credible argument. Now, Judge Ratha, right, is surprising. He told us he came prepared. He showed us that evidence of staying. Now, at the end, when he was having an argument with Mshololo, he's telling us, no, I haven't even taken a decision on this process yet. Never. Do you believe that? Do you think Ratha hasn't already taken the decision when he told us before, just a few minutes before, like he told us now, I came prepared. I knew that it was Stain's evidence, so I came prepared. Here, he was even showing them the document. So now, at the end, he doesn't know. Like he's not prepared. He can't make a decision before. No, he's already made a decision. We know. He's already made a decision and he's going to allow Stain to come back. But whatever the case may be, I think I understand why Advocate in fact, Mr. Mgomezulu agreed to let Stain come. I think he's got a bone to crunch with that guy. He wants to tell him straight in the face, you fabricated the information. Because if you didn't fabricate the information, that information will reflect what is reflecting on Vodacom's records. So now Ratha is trying to make an excuse and say, no, the system is the one, even Balo is making that argument. The system, Stain just puts in that data into the database, and the database makes a connection with the Section 205. How so? When those phone records that you have on your Excel are not there on Pinky White Tellingham's data, right? Explain that to us, Mr. Balwe. Now, even if Stain comes, does it change the fact that the state was sitting on this information for such a long time, even spending 3 months, a couple of witnesses from Stain changed to host? I remember there was even Mushwana or whoever there. That guy was also a downloader, the black guy. Now you're telling me the state, even after Pinky pointed this out, they didn't consider dropping this from the supposed body of evidence? Nah, they didn't. They still continue presenting this evidence despite the glaring fabrication. And they even rely on that. It was their main case, the mastermind. And it was not, like it was surprising to everybody. Why are they not arresting the mastermind? They knew the link was fabricated. Now, another thing that stood out, wow, the argument between Ratha and Mshololo. In fact, the interjections, like he was disturbing. He was basically trying to throw her off. I mean, Mshololo eventually was pissed off. I finally had to let him know, when I'm jumping around like this, I get distracted. So please, just allow me to present my argument. Then Ratha was pissed. He made all kinds of angry noises, disgusted noises. Yeah. All those silly noises, like you could hear he's fuming. And he did this right up until Mshololo finished her argument. So are you telling me that that is not some kind of or some form of interjection, or what can I call it? That's some kind of disturbance. Like you are disturbing someone. You let Baloyi speak for the whole, 2-3 hours. Just coming in once or twice. But when it was Mshololo, and damn it was hot. But anyway, I know Ratha is going to allow Stain to come back. But it doesn't make any difference. It doesn't take away from the fact that that link was fabricated. Let's see how they explain that. That's all I'm waiting to see. But I think I know they're going to try to blame the system. They're going to say, no, you put the data into the system and the system spew out the link. How? When that data is not there in Vodacom's records. Anyway, I'm about to bounce. Before I bounce, please like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And if you're part of the family you've been, thank you for the continued support. And then thank you for the likes that you've been giving me, the comments. Also, hit that notification bell so that when we drop more content like this, you are in the loop. Peace.